We explain the Elizabethan Age. After Henry VIII died, the throne fell to Edward VI, son of Henry and Jane Seymour. The throne fell to Edward after Henry had both his daughters from previous marriages, Mary and Elizabeth, removed from the line of succession. However, Edward died 6 years into his reign, and Mary, who was the daughter of Henry and Catherine of Aragon, was reinstated. She ruled England as Mary Tudor I. In reality, Mary had launched a coup against Edward's choice, their cousin, Lady Jane Grey, who ended up ruling for 9 days. Mary had been raised Catholic and attempted to restore England to the Catholic Church from her father's Reformation. She formed the ultimate Catholic alliance by marrying Philip II of Spain. She was under constant threats from Protestants in England. A year into her reign, Thomas Wyatt tried to launch a coup and install her sister Elizabeth to the throne. Wyatt and Elizabeth were both arrested for conspiracy against Mary. Wyatt begged and assured Mary that Elizabeth had no role in the process and should be released from the Tower of London. Elizabeth was set free, and Wyatt was executed. Mary's marriage to Philip rebonded England with Spain and the Vatican. This allowed the Pope to create a papal bull that restored Ireland to the Catholic state that would be led by Philip and Mary. They ruled the Netherlands, Austria, Jerusalem, and still claimed to be rulers of France. When Mary died, Elizabeth took the crown. Philip II didn't want to give up his claim to the throne of England, so he immediately proposed to his half-sister-in-law Elizabeth. But the hallmark of her reign was a refusal to get married so she could rule on her own terms. She ended up ruling for 44 years through a time period that would become known as the Golden Age of England. It was the time of the English Renaissance, of Christopher Marlowe and Shakespeare, of Tallis and Byrd. Elizabeth worked to restore her father's Anglican Church and end her sister's massacres of Protestants that earned her the nickname of Bloody Mary. However, Elizabeth faced many Catholic revolts as she kept a war up on France, supported the Protestant revolt in the Netherlands, and turned her attention back to Ireland. Some scholars debate her actions against Catholics in England. Scotland also became an issue in the religious wars. Much of this was caused by succession, as the next in line for the throne was her cousin Mary, daughter of the Scottish King James V, a woman Catholics wanted on the throne. Mary, Queen of Scots, married Francis II of France, merging their nations together, but returned to Scotland after his death to face arrest. She would be executed for her part in an assassination plot against Elizabeth. Elizabeth declared the Act of Supremacy, which made Protestantism the official faith of England, created a Book of Common Prayer, and installed her as the head of the church. Church attendance became mandatory. In foreign affairs, she pushed England into the Atlantic colonial game. This was accelerated after the defeat of the Spanish Armada in 1588 and the defeat of Spain in Ireland. Sir Francis Drake became her go-to resource for piracy against Spain in the Caribbean. She also sent him on a voyage to circumnavigate the globe. She made an alliance with the Ottoman Empire and the Russians for trade. The end of her reign was marked by economic failures from the expenses of all these ventures.